Hiya everyone, we're back in the kitchen, baby.
We sure are.
What are we doing today?
Chicken pie.
2 chicken pies with a difference. The first one's going to be with standard shortcrust pastry.
Ready made.
The second one's going to be with a keto pastry, which is very low carb.
Yeah.
If you're on a keto diet or a low carb diet, you can still have a pie, Sharon.
Yes, you can. And then you can just type in Google, YouTube, keto pastry.
Yeah, and we're going to be cooking today. It's back in stock, folks. The Cosori Turbo Tower Pro, the one with the ceramic baskets on. Absolutely fantastic. If you're a bit worried about the coatings in other air fryers, the ceramic coatings in this one is going to be the one for you. And it's back in also Argos and Currys, if I remember rightly.
That's
and also
correct.
the link below this video is where you're going to get the best price for it. Anyway, right, let's have a look at the ingredients. Let's get going. Cooking these 2 pies, 1 keto, 1 standard.
Yeah. And it's actually going to be chicken, bacon and mushroom pie.
Yes. Right, Sharon, what are we cooking with today then?
Well, I've just roughly diced 5 big mushrooms, 5 rashers of bacon.
Now, you could use bacon lardons as well, couldn't you, if you wanted to do
It's
that?
quite expensive, and I had bacon in the fridge, so I thought I'd use that up. And these are ready diced and deboned drumsticks, which are very reasonable at the moment in Tesco's, $2.99 for a tray.
Now, you can use thighs, you can use breast
whatever
meat, whatever
chicken.
you want. But we find that the diced up legs have got more flavour, haven't we?
Yeah.
So you've diced out very, very
Yeah.
small. And also, how we're going to be making the sauce, we're going to be cheating a little bit, aren't we?
Soup, chicken soup.
That's a condensed one, by the
Yeah.
way. So that's a nice and thick chicken soup.
Yeah.
If you was having that as soup, you'd normally make it with water.
1.5 cans in there.
And for flavouring?
I'm just going to put a bit of Old Bay seasoning and good old salt and pepper.
Right, and you're just using a ready-made pastry for the
Yes.
short crust.
The other one's in the fridge. You leave it in the fridge till you want it, really.
Yeah, yeah. We have done a recipe on that keto pastry, but we won't tell you about that. We'll link a video below where we've done that as well. So straightforward short crust pastry, and we've got these lovely old. Well, they're not old, they're actually
Enamel,
brand new.
yeah.
The enamel type pie dishes.
And they're actually from Tesco's.
Yeah.
I can't remember how much they were each. We brought them actually.
They
when we
were
was in
dear, wasn't they? About
Scotland.
£4.50 each, I
No.
think, something like that.
And they actually got a bigger. We got a bigger one as well, which I can show you. If there's just 2 of you, that's ideal. Oh, look, the sticker's still in it.
Yeah.
There.
So that's more of a family size one, isn't
So
it?
2. That's like 2 of them, isn't it?
But we bought 4 of these single ones, which are fantastic. And we've also got, as I say, the big one as well.
Yeah.
Now we're going to be cooking in this little beauty today. This is the Cosori Turbo Tower Pro. The difference between the Pro and the standard one is this has got that lovely ceramic coating in it, Sharon, which, as you've mentioned before, is a breeze to clean.
It's joy to clean.
Yeah, it's a joy to clean. If you're worried about the coatings on normal air fryers, this has got that ceramic coating, and as I say, we've used this a hell of a lot of times.
It's daily, used daily.
Used daily, basically.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest benefits on this, we're going to be baking in this, obviously. You've got the lower element there, as you can see, but you've also got the upper element, so you've got 2 elements, which is ideal for baking, Sharon.
Sure is.
And then you've got your upper basket, which is a standard basket size, and you've got your standard element at the top there as well. And I think we need to do a little bit of cleaning on our one, as you can see there, folks. So that shows you we do use it on a regular basis, and that's just one of the things that you've got to do, and it's easy to clean, easy to get in there, access, and that's what we'll be doing after we've done this one, baby.
Yes, you will, baby.
Now, it is a 10.8 litre air fryer, and it does come with a 2-year warranty, Sharon. And let's just put that back in there for the minute. We'll get going with the pie. What we're going to do first, we're going to be making the actual contents, the filling, in the bottom tray.
Yes.
Because the bottom tray, we're going to make use of
I'm taking the crisper plate out.
Yeah, we're taking it out, and we're going to be using the bottom tray for the heating on the bottom and above as well. So we're going to cook on the big larger tray. Although it's 10.8 litres, this one is the larger one of the 2. It does come with this rack, and you can cook on different levels, that way or that way.
Yep.
And use 3 different levels cooking if you want. Yeah. Right, come on in, baby, let's get going.
Let's get this chicken in.
So in with the diced chicken. It's literally, you could do this in a saucepan, but it's a one-pot wonder, which we like cooking.
Yeah, I'm just going to start the chicken off a bit, then I will add the bacon.
Yeah. So in she goes. Now this thing has got different presets on it, and we're going to choose bottom basket number 2 at the moment. That isn't flashing, folks, that's just the camera causing that to flash. You can use the roast, bake, grill, reheat, dry and prove, but we're going to just keep it on air fry for this. We're going to take it on 200 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes, and we're going to just start it off there now. And while we're doing that, let's talk a little bit more about this beauty. It's got 4 fan speeds, which you can change the fan speed depending on what your preset you're cooking with, and that's great for baking because when you put it on the bake setter, for example, it goes down to its lowest fan speed.
And I'll tell you what else, just going off a bit, meringues. I'm making a meringue for Easter maybe this weekend, and I will use this, and I'll tell you what, it does perfect meringues because the heat goes so low and you want a cool oven.
And you can do that on the proof as well, can't you?
Yeah, I have done it, but I've obviously just done it on the oven as low as possible, but they're fantastic.
And again, there's no preheat on this.
No.
A lot of air fryers, you have to do a preheat and go through a preheat to warm it up. This is so efficient, this thing. It's got the DC motor technology where the fan speeds regulate the heat exactly where it needs to be, so you don't need a preset, you don't need the preheat on it. It is supported by the VSync app, so you can actually monitor your cooking. If she was sitting in the front room now, she could go on the app and you could monitor your cooking from the living room.
I've actually got my VSync connected to the other one we had in these, and it's in Charlotte's kitchen. It always tells me when she's finished cooking. But no, these are great, and if you ever have any problems as well with Cosori, get in touch with their customer service, and they are excellent.
We have so many messages from people. In fact, we had a message the other day where one of our subscribers emailed me and she said, "Hi Martin, with regards to my air fryer, it's out of warranty," she said, "and I was just wondering where you can buy the baskets from. I think they're about £55–60. And I said, "Well, why don't you just contact Cosori, tell them your problem and see if they can do something. Call up the customer service desk." She phoned me back a few days later and she said, "I can't believe it. Thank you so much for telling me to do that." She said, "Because I phoned them up and they sent me a brand new basket free of charge, and that was out of warranty as well." Cosori seems to have one of the best customer services I've ever experienced, to be honest with you. Everyone who's actually contacted us and said about they've had an issue, Cosori have dealt with it straight away. Anyway, we'll wait for that to warm and then we'll add the other ingredients and we'll come back to you. Right, there we go, Shout. 10 minutes. Let's have a little look in here. Now, as you can see, folks, plenty of liquid in there. Now, we're not going to drain that out yet because we've still got to cook the mushrooms off and also the bacon. But that chicken is virtually cooked, Sharon, isn't it?
So we're just going to add now the bacon. I did stir it a couple of times as well.
I just stirred it around. But I mean, to be honest with you, it's all going to cook in one thing. So that raw bacon going in there isn't going to be an issue whatsoever.
I'm just going to add a bit of Old Bay seasoning.
Yep. Now this is just a simple seasoning. You can put any seasoning in there if you want, but this is just a chicken-based one, Sharon.
This is nice with chicken, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're going to put that in. Just give it a quick more stir. There you go, because you're going to get liquid come out of the mushrooms as well as probably the bacon as well, Sharon, aren't you? So we'll assess that when it comes out in 10 minutes time again, and then that will be the filling done, and all we've got to do then is add the condensed soup.
Well, we'll make it 5 minutes.
Okay then.
And then we'll add the soup and
so
then
bottom
5.
basket again, we're going to go up to 200 degrees, leave it on air fry again, and we're going to take it down this time just for 5 minutes. And off she goes.
It's washing up time.
Carry on, baby. And don't forget, you've got the same old controls on here, Shell, where you've got the sync and match features as well. Again, simple stuff. If you want the baskets both working at the same time, which we're going to have in a minute, you can either have them both finish at the same time, coming in at the same temperature, or you can have one that needs less cooking and one that needs more cooking, both at different temperatures, and you can have them both finishing at the same time with the sync and match features. So that's all there as well. And also, it's got the footprint of a single air fryer. Although you've got 2 baskets, they're not next to each other like a conventional air fryer. There's one above the other, which gives it a smaller footprint, ideal for the smaller kitchens as well. Right, that's the 5 minutes up, folks. Let's have a little look inside. Oh, look at that. Superb. Now, as I say, we've got quite a bit of liquid in there, but we're not too worried about that because we're going to put in the soup now. That's quite a thick soup, shall I just say, because it's a condensed soup. Now, anyone worried about the carbohydrates in this soup? In 100 grams, it's got 7 grams total carbs, but the ones that sugars is only 1 gram. So you've got probably 3 grams that sugars in here. We're just going to stir that in now. So this is going to be used as our pie base now. So Sharon's just mixing it all up. And if you could smell that, Sharon, it smells absolutely lovely, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to add some salt and pepper to it as well.
Yeah, we're going to put some seasoning in there in a minute. Can you see already, folks, how that's lovely and thick now? That is condensed soup. We would recommend you use that rather than normal soup. There we go. So we just put some salt and some pepper. Put plenty of black pepper in, people. We do love a bit of black pepper. So give it a good stir now. And we're literally only going to put this in now for another 5 minutes, because we're going to let that stand and cool before we actually put it in the pie shell, aren't we?
Yep, because we've got to make our we've got the pastry ready.
Yeah, so again, basket number 2, we're going on for, again, 200 degrees, and we just take that down to 5 minutes, and then off we go again. Happy days. Right, so just while we're waiting, Sharon's just covered these enamel pies dishes in lard, and for the 2 that are, well, she's going to make 2 because she's doing your brother one, Sharon, yeah?
Yeah, I'm making him a vegetarian
He's got
pie.
a vegetarian one, which has got some mince over there, which he's already cooked.
Corn.
And all she's doing, basically, we've larded them, and all she's doing is transferring a bit of flour all over them, just to help it non-stick as well.
Yeah.
My one, which is the keto one, that's just been well greased, as you can see there, with lard, and I'll be putting my keto pastry straight in there. There we go, just made its little noise. Let's have a look at this now. Oh, look at that. What sort of filling does that look like, Sharon?
A chicken pie filling.
Chicken pie filling. That looks superb. See, it didn't matter. We didn't need to drain that liquid at all, did we?
No.
Now, we've made it over and above what we need here, folks. The reason being is because Jimmy is having a chicken stew, so to speak, isn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't want the pastry.
He's not a pastry fan,
No.
is he, Jimmy? So that's it there. We're just going to let that sit for a while and cool down. Everything's basically cooked in now.
Yeah.
And the beauty of these, let's show them how easy these are to clean now, Sharon, shall we? So all you basically do is like put some fairy liquid in.
Yeah.
Now all we've got there is a bowl of hot water. And all we do then is literally just dry it off, and it is that easy to clean. We don't put it in the dishwasher, although these are dishwasher proof.
Yeah, I've never put them in there.
And the reason being is we don't like the idea of all water going in here and maybe food particles which you can't see. So that's literally all we do to clean that up, put it back in, and that's the job done. It's as simple as that. What a great coating that is.
It is, it's fantastic, that coating. And it's safe, it's a safe coating.
Yep, anyway, so right, we're going to put that to the side now. And now we're going to get the pastry, roll it out, line our cases, and then fill the cases up with that lovely filling. Right, Sharon's got to get my pastry, which is the keto pastry. I'll try and leave a video down below, a link for it down below, folks. We have made this before. I've just washed my hands, and looks a little bit like Play-Doh, Sharon, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And all we're going to do literally is roll it out in between 2 sheets of parchment paper. So get one sheet there. Plonk your dough in the middle, like that, just flatten it out.
Taking all the dough.
Eh?
It's taking all the dough, look. So it's like on the plane.
Oh, don't say that, Sharon.
I'll sit there like that.
Of course you do. I'm just going to push it down a little bit. I'm going to put some parchment paper over the top. You're all right, yours is already made.
Oh, one I made earlier.
And then I'm just going to roll it out. Look at me go. Right, okay, so that's what we're left with. A lovely pastry there. Now all I'm going to do literally, hopefully I'll get the lid out of this as well, is just turn it over, and I'm just going to make sure that I cut round, if I had a knife, oh I've got one here, just cut larger than the actual shape, like that, because I'm going to have to tuck the edges in obviously, and I'm just going to go like that. That'll probably do me there. There we go. And all I'm going to do now is hopefully pull that other bit of pastry away. I can roll that other bit up again and make the lid in a second. Place that in a bowl, and I'll get me container. Your one's easy, Sharon. And look, I'll just literally put that in the middle, like that, flip it over, and peel it off, and then literally just bring it together by pushing it, or folding it, lifting it in. It don't matter if it cracks because we can always fill it in afterwards. And just drop it in there In fact, I probably could have just bleaking pushed it in there, to be honest with you.
That's the thing with that keto pastry, it does break, and
it is very crumbly. It is very crumbly, folks.
You do have to fill the holes in.
So don't worry about it. As I say, it's all bleaking just dropped
Not
off.
that
Yours
bad.
is done perfectly, Sharon. And mine's all plenty of holes in it. I'm just filling in the holes now with the
There's the top.
pastry.
You can go there for now.
There we go, look. It's all falling apart, look.
In fact, I'm going to put
But if,
brother's filling in.
if you're on a keto diet and you want a pie, these are the things you have to put up with. And it may not look as pretty as yours, Shell, but it's sure going to taste good to a keto person.
Well, yeah, it's the nearest you get to a pie, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
As you can see, it's not quite as smooth as Sharon's, but I've filled all the bits in. So I'm just going to gather up all the other bits now. And the lid needs to go on, obviously, top. And that will just flop on the top once I've got the filling. Hey? Well, it's going to flop on, Sharon, isn't it? So I'm just going to roll out this bit of pastry again, folks. Look, she's already done that one, look. That's your brother's one, isn't it?
yeah. This is what he'll actually be having Easter Sunday, so I'm going to stick this in the freezer when
There's none of that,
this.
you know when you cut open a pre-made pie from a shop? None of that, with just a little bit of filling in. Yeah. Yeah, mine looks a bit rough, folks, but don't worry about that. That's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, but as other people say, it's all in the taste.
And the look as well, Shell.
Yeah.
Now you're just going to go in. I'll let you plonk that one on first. Little bit of milk. You can use an egg wash, can't you?
Yeah, I thought I'd use milk for a change.
Yeah, well, it just saves wasting an egg, doesn't it?
Well, I want to make meringues, don't I?
Of course you do. So we want all the eggs, don't we?
Yeah.
So you've made that look really lovely, Sharon.
So my dear brother.
This for your dear brother, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just crimp it round the edges. Many ways you can do that, Shell. Some people do it with a set of false teeth. Don't like the idea of that, do you?
No, would you want to eat that?
No, not at all. Not unless it was my false teeth, and I ain't got false teeth, so I'll do it the old way, with your fingers. There you go, and you'll cut that off.
The back of your knife.
Back of your knife, just cut it off, folks. And that
It's a pie.
is a substantial pie, Sharon.
Yeah. It's bigger than a pucker.
Cool, is it?
Do you know what? It's quite heavy.
Yeah, that's a meal in its own.
So that, well, it will be. That's your vegetarian
And
pie.
you'll also milk wash the top of that as well. But we're going to do the other two now, folks. So we'll get them ready. I'm going to put the lid on my one. Then we'll fill these pies up and come back to you in a
With my
second.
leftover pastry, jam tarts.
Right, there we go, folks. So we're just going to go around the edge of the pie, or pies, I suppose, with the milk. You see how easy that was to lay in that pre-made
I
pastry?
think yours a stick.
I bet mine's. Do you reckon mine a stick? I've got a lot of
Do you
lard
want a
in
bit
there.
on there or not?
Yeah, go on, try it. Put a little bit on there, maybe. It might help, mightn't it? So just whack it round the edge there. There you go. It's probably good. It binds up pretty well anyway. I think
Yeah.
it'll be fine. Now that's cooled down quite a bit now, as I say. But don't forget that's already cooked now, folks. All we're doing now is going to be cooking the pastry. So Sharon's just going to fill them up
That's one for
generously,
you.
Sharon. Plenty of
One for Charlotte.
chicken and the bacon and also the mushroom mix in there. How succulent does that look, folks? Look at that look. So much better when you make. And if you could smell these, they smell absolutely fantastic. There we go. Now don't forget, Jimmy's going to have some of that left over as well, so we're not going to fill them, overfill them.
Yeah, there's plenty for Jimmy.
Yeah, that'll do, Jimmy.
He's
So
gonna
that's
have
another
mash
meal.
and veg with that
He'll have
tonight.
mash and veg with that tonight. And just lay your pastry on then, baby, on your lid. There we go. And
This one's for Charlotte.
she's just going to crimp the edges to that. Say you can do it with a special tool, you can do it with your fingers, however you want to do it, but then afterwards she'll just go around there and cut off the excess with a knife.
Use your fork, can't you, to crimp?
And then just whack a little hole in the middle just to let the steam out, folks, while it's cooking. I'll come around and do my one, shall I?
Go on then.
There's my pie there. I've actually rolled out the lid again, as you can see, folks. And I'm just going to literally throw that on top, Sharon, I think. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Just plonk it over, look. And then pull the paper off. I think that's the easiest way to do that one, Sharon.
Yeah.
Just like that. And all I'll do is literally just, like Sharon did, thumb the edges up.
Look, you don't have to cut it. Look. It's actually broken
Yeah, of course
perfectly
it is.
round.
Well, it's all part of it, isn't it?
No, have a way with the knife. Have a way.
Shout, it don't matter, baby.
It does because you'll take the enamel off.
No, it won't. It'll be fine.
Oh, the ladies will be shouting at you because you're
Shout.
scratching my enamel.
I ain't scratching anything, baby, because I'm as gentle as a bleating pussycat.
Why am I why can't you just turn the light, people?
Oh, I'll turn it round for you.
Thank you.
I've turned it round for you.
Thank you.
There we go, little hole in the middle. I'm not even going to press it down. I don't think I really care about the little pattern. Or shall I? Oh, go on in. Hey, I want it to look pretty, didn't I, Shell?
I want to brush mine with some milk before it
Of course you do.
gets cooked.
I don't think mine will need it, Sharon.
No.
There you go, all the way round.
But yours is literally, in that there's coconut flour, almond flour, 1 egg, xanthan gum and butter. So
there you go.
He doesn't need
a really heavy pie, Sharon, aren't they? That's a substantial meal there, folks. Right, we'll have a little clean down, wipe this, whack them in the air fryer, and then we'll see what they come out like. Right, okay, you've just milked your one. Your brother's one we're not going to bother with because that's going to be frozen.
Yeah.
So I think we'll put your one in the top, Shell, because you've got a thinner pastry than me, haven't we? So I think we'll take the crispy tray out. I don't think we really need that in there. So if you put that in the top tray, big pies, look how big they are, folks, look. So that can go in there. And the one in the bottom is a heavier, bigger pie, which is why I'm putting that one in the bottom because it's got the dual elements. So that's the whole reason for that. And the pastry is quite a bit thicker there as well. Now, you reckon, Shell, put them on for...
160 for 15 minutes.
So we're going to match them this time. We're just going to press the match button. So we're going to take it down to 160 for 15 minutes. And then we're just going to press the play button and off we go. So they're both cooking now.
Because you're literally cooking the pastry because your pie filling is
Everything
cooked.
else is cooked. Right, we'll see them in a minute.
Yeah.
Right, we're virtually there, Sharon. We've got 12 seconds left, 10 seconds left, folks. We haven't peeked at them, so we don't know. We're going by the times we used before, when we did these before, didn't we?
Yeah.
So let's have a little look here. Here we go, end. So the keto one at the bottom, let's have a look at that first. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that turns out a nice colour. Let's just try the temperature probe in there, Sharon. Make sure the middle's cooked. Now, again, we're looking for temperature range above 75. So we're about 55 at the moment. Let's just check the top one. Put that one back in. And, oh, that looks nice as well, Shay. That's your pastry one. Let's try your one. Bear in mind, you was in the top tray there. That one's actually hotter. That's amazing, isn't it?
That is it. Mind you, that's... Oh, it's big.
And don't forget, I suppose you're getting a lot of heat radiate from above, because that element directly below, in the next chamber down, that's up to about 66 there. So that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a smaller space, isn't it?
It's a smaller space, which probably makes a difference. So that is probably one of the reasons why they made that a smaller space, I suppose. So we'll just go for an extra 5 minutes, folks, on both of them. So we're going to hit the match button again, and we're going to go back down to 160, and we're going to go for literally just 5 more minutes, and press the play button. So that's interesting, Sharon.
Yes, that was actually that difference.
So the top compartment, it doesn't really affect the heating because the bottom compartment is a larger compartment and that one is heating up just as efficiently as well, if not a little bit more efficiently due to the smaller space. Right, 5 more minutes, folks, and then we'll come back to you. There we go. Let's have a little look at this one, baby. Yes, it's coloured up a little bit more now, as you can see. Whack it in there, baby. And there's the magic 75 degrees, folks, in that one. Superb. So that one's done. This one here, in we go with that one. And there we go, folks. That one's all well up now. 80, 83, 84, zooming in a treat. Happy days. So they're both done. Right, we're going to get them out now, shall?
Yeah, just get me gloves.
Just sit them on the worktop for the moment, and then we'll turn them out, and then we'll have a little taste test. Not of that one, because that's Charlotte's one, shall, isn't it?
That's
of my keto one. Wow, look at that. Lovely things. Happy days, baby.
Very happy days.
Right, these are going to be hot, folks. So I've turned them upside down on the plate now. Let's see if they release. Oh, look at that, Sharon.
Which one's that?
This is my keto one. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that, baby. That come off an absolute treat there, Shell, didn't it?
It did.
Let's try your one.
Don't let me down.
And that as well. And the reason why I've turned them up that side down, folks, I wanted to show you that they've actually all cooked underneath as well, as you can see there. Absolutely superb. Sharon's just going to do the veg and everything on the other plate, my one, and then we'll do a little taste.
These pies are big enough for two.
I know, you could probably cut that down the middle, Sharon, couldn't you?
Yeah, that is a big pie.
Superb.
It's a taste sensation. From the first temptation to the very last bite.
Right, they look great, baby. Go and whack some of that gravy on, shall? Oh, look at that. Put that over the pie, baby.
Cause no imitation.
Whack it all over my pie.
Yeah, it's
Superb.
a sensation. I'm going in.
Jimmy only likes a little bit of gravy, so I'll just put it on his veg. Just on his veg.
He likes a little bit down there.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, folks. Well, I think you'll agree, folks. Fantastic cooking there, and I'm looking forward to my dinner. We can't obviously taste Jimmy's, which was made over with the leftover pie filling. Turned it into a stew, basically, shall we?
Yeah.
And Charlotte, so we'll push them ones to the front there. They're going to have them later on, but we will taste out my one, my keto one. Now, Sharon's not a big fan of keto pastry, but let's open it up, Sharon. Let's cut it open and let's have a look inside.
Go on then.
Cut it down the middle. Let's have a look. Just tilt. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a full pie, Sharon. Look at that. How succulent does that look, folks?
It's a filled pie. That's what you want.
Right. Let's have a little taste, shall we? You can have a bit of keto pie, Sharon. Let's have a go. Come on. Now we'll be having this later, folks. I'm not going to be having it now, but I'm going to have it later.
I'm going to try the pastry first.
Oh. Now it's made with coconut.
And that's all I can taste.
And you can taste the coconut in it.
And what don't I like?
You're not a big fan of coconut, are you? But the pie, for me, being someone who can't eat normal pies now,
Yeah.
because of my diet, I don't mind it. It's not bad at all. And the meat, everything's cooked to perfection. I can taste the mushrooms in there, the bacon. And that means I can eat pies again. I'll limit it to once a week. That's all I need, just to keep me hand in with the pie.
Very tasty, very tasty.
The filling is superb,
Filling.
folks. The cheat there is the tin of condensed soup, chicken soup, which makes all the difference. We have done it before with standard soup, and I will say that using the condensed soup makes all the difference.
And I also use condensed milk when I'm doing chicken stew as well, things like that.
Anyway, that was done in the Cosori Turbo Tower Pro, which is now on sale again here in the UK.
In Argos and Currys.
As well as the link below. So do check the link below, folks, because that's probably going to be your best deal
Now it's in
that
the
you're going to
shops
get.
in the UK, which is great.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks very much, folks. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to check out our other videos, and also thank you very much for Cosori for sponsoring this video so that we can bring this to you.
Yes.
Fantastic. I've got
Great
a pie.
air fryers.
I've got a pie.
He's got a pie.
See you later,
He
folks.
ate all the pies.
Well, one of them, yeah.
There's no more left. You ate them all.
Bye for now.